Have you ever witnessed a moment with your own eyes that shakes your very mind? A moment so powerful that it sends shivers down your spine and forces your heart to admit that indeed, the Holy Quran is the living miracle of Allah? Such moments are rare, but when they happen, they change the direction of a person's entire life. Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. A video has gone viral on social media, leaving thousands in tears. This video comes from a mountainous region of Gilgit Baltistan. You already know how breathtakingly beautiful the valleys of northern Pakistan are. The sky-high peaks, flowing rivers, icy springs, and lush greenery attract tourists from around the world. But sometimes, in these very mountains and valleys, a terrifying scene unfolds that shakes the human heart. In this region, after sudden rains, a massive flood struck. The roar of the raging water, the furious current sweeping away rocks and trees. A wave of destruction spread everywhere. Villagers were running for their lives. Women held their children tightly while crying, and everyone was terrified, wondering what would become of them. But dear friends, in those very moments something happened that left thousands astonished. An elderly man from the village, known for his lifelong devotion to the Quran and for offering prayers 5 times a day, suddenly stepped out of his house. In his hands, he was carrying the Holy Quran. People were shocked to see him walking toward the raging flood. How could this frail man face such a storm? But his steps did not falter. He opened the Quran and stood firmly in front of the flood. There was no fear on his face, no panic, only the glow of faith and trust in Allah. He raised the Quran high and began reciting from it with complete conviction. Then came the moment that revived everyone's faith. The flood that was on the verge of sweeping away the entire village suddenly stopped. The raging water calmed, as if its feet had been chained. The thunderous roar faded into silence. It seemed as if even nature had bowed down before the Quran. My friends, this is no tale or fiction. This is a reality that people witnessed with their own eyes and captured on camera. This scene proved once again that the Quran is still the living miracle of Allah. This event gave us a message. If our faith is strong, if we take the Quran as our shield, then no storm in the world can harm us. Whether it is a flood of water or a flood of trials, Allah's words will always protect us. Now, let us look a little deeper into the background of this place to understand the importance of this event. Gilgit Baltistan is a land blessed with natural beauty. Towering mountains touch the skies, rivers and streams bring peace to the heart, and the thick forests remind one of Allah's power. The people here are known for their simplicity, hard work, and hospitality. Their faces reflect the strength of mountains, and their hearts the purity of flowing rivers. But sadly, where there is light, there is also darkness. In some areas, under the guise of modernity, shamelessness, indecency, and neglect of religion are spreading like poison. Late-night gatherings, music, and disregard for Islamic values are quietly eroding the society. These are the dangers that can destroy generations. It was in this very background that the flood struck. Outwardly, it was a natural disaster, but in truth, it was also a warning from Allah. As the Quran says in Surah Ar-Rum, verse 41, "Corruption has appeared throughout the land and sea, by what the hands of people have earned, so He may let them taste part of the consequence of what they have done, that perhaps they will return to righteousness." This ayah tells us that whatever happens is the result of our own deeds. When humans cross all limits of disobedience, nature itself shakes them awake. Sometimes through earthquakes, sometimes droughts, and sometimes floods. But amidst that destruction, when everything seemed lost, the faith of that old man shone like a lamp. And Allah showed through His book that the Quran is indeed a living miracle even today. As Allah says in Surah Al-Hashr, verse 21, "If we had sent down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have seen it humbled and crumbled into pieces out of fear of Allah." If a mountain cannot withstand the power of the Quran, then how could a flood dare to cross it when recited with true faith? Friends, this event teaches us a lesson. In times of difficulty, the first place we must turn to is Allah and His book. Sadly, today we often search for solutions only in worldly means. But true success lies only in Allah's commands. The Prophet said, "I leave behind two things for you. If you hold firmly to them, you will never go astray: the Book of Allah and my Sunnah." This miracle in Gilgit Baltistan reminds us of that hadith. The old man could stand before the flood because his heart was connected with the Quran. The people of the village, after this event, felt a renewed faith. Many repented, some pledged to offer their prayers regularly, and all acknowledged that Allah's words are the ultimate protection. So, dear friends, the final message is this: the Quran is not just a book of stories. It is a living miracle even today. The flood halting in its tracks is proof that Allah can show His power through His word whenever He wills. Let us all make a promise today to hold on to the Quran, to read it, to understand it, and to act upon it, because it is the only guide that can save us from every storm of this life and the hereafter. Share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comments below. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.